Hey everybody, CPO here from Maybe I'm Amazed. I'm here today with Scott Hara, who's also in Maybe I'm Amazed. He plays bass, guitar, sings like a bird, all of the above. So today we're going to be talking about the STRYMON Deco, which is a pedal we both use on our bass. So we're going to talk all about that today here in the video. Hey Scott, welcome to the channel.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for coming over to my place.
Yeah. So Scott and I have known each other for about 20 years.
Yeah, 15
like
plus years. Yep.
Used to play in bands back in the day together.
Yeah.
And Scott plays everything. He plays drums. I think he played everything in my band back in the day. So, you know, when I was calling people to be in Maybe I'm Amazed, of course, Scott was one of my first calls. So anyway, so Scott knows so much about this pedal. And he turned me on to it, and now we want to tell you guys why we love this pedal so much. So we're also going to show you how to use the pedal, and then Scott's going to play a little bit, and you'll get to hear the difference without the STRYMON and then with it. We'll get into all that right now. Okay, so first of all, Scott, why the Deco? Why are we using this pedal?
Okay, so it's a little bit of a long story.
Let's hear it.
All right, so, you know, I like to mix and record and engineer records. And so I follow a lot of the professionals that do those records. And they constantly talk about having to get bass heard on small speakers like iPhones.
Okay.
And they mention how tape machines in the past, when you would hit tape, it's called hitting tape when you record louder. They would hit tape harder, and that would emphasize upper harmonics of bass.
Got it.
And those upper harmonics are what make bass heard on smaller speakers.
Mm.
And so a friend of mine turned me on to the Deco for, not really for bass. And I didn't really bond with it at first, but it sat around for a while, and I tried it on a few different things. And as I was listening to these pro engineers talk about what tape machines do to bass, I realized that maybe the Deco might work because it's supposed to be a tape machine, emulating a tape machine.
Right.
And so when I first tried it on bass, I was shocked at how it gave me exactly what I needed to hear bass on small speakers. And then I started using it live, and I found it to be the perfect tool for me.
Yeah. You were using it on keyboard and guitar first, right?
Yeah. I tried it on guitar, and I didn't super bond with it on guitar. And then I tried it on keys, and I loved it on keys.
Yeah.
Because it can do this thing where it glues keys in your face, and you can spread it wide at the same time.
But specifically for our band, we're using it for bass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think bass is an important element of our show. We're doing the Paul McCartney show. Oh yeah. And Paul is known as a pretty good bass player.
Okay, so here we are with the Deco, and you can see on the left side we have two main knobs. We've got the big knob is the saturation knob, which you can think of like distortion. It's similar to distortion, but not as far as distortion goes. Then volume, and that's it. It's just saturation and volume. And that is the sound of quote unquote hitting, how hard you hit the tape. The other side is what they call the Doubletracker side. And in my loose understanding of what that means is when they would use two different tape machines together, they would slave one to another and play from one and record on the other. And that distance going from the play machine to the record machine was your delay time.
Okay.
But I don't use that. I only use the saturation side.
Right.
So if we go with, let me show you what the bass sounds like. So here's just straight DI, right? Like if I play Getting Better. Now I'll put it on. I hang out with it around 1 o'clock. It sounds like this. except without flubs. But you'll notice it gets a little fuzzy in there, but that fuzz is what your ear picks up. Not only on small speakers in recording, but live, when you're mixed in with the whole band, it makes it audible. Let's see how far the saturation will go if we go from 0 to...
Okay, so here it is down here. Give it a little volume. That's about 12 o'clock. It's about 2 o'clock. You get a little bit of fuzz there. And then bang on right there.
It's always a good time.
That's nice.
And sometimes, sure. Okay, so the other thing I want to talk about is how I didn't realize until we started playing live, when we got into the slow songs, like when we get into Let It Be, and it gets into the chorus, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Now listen, if I turn it off, let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. It's not very powerful. But when I turn it on, the notes have this extension. They seem to last a long time. And that is the thing that surprised me about it. Here, I'll play that again without it. With it.
Nice.
So it just holds the notes for a lot longer, and so I don't have to work so hard.
Right.
And it makes it more audible. Why wouldn't I want to use that?
Of course. Yeah.
It's been the best kept secret for so long, and now this will help a lot of you out there. It's not secret anymore. All of you, I hope you can use for your recordings and in live situations, because that's pretty much all you need when you play bass.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you'll know when we're coming out with new videos. And just like always, everybody, peace and love.